stars. This is session 39, and we're continuing our Spelljammer campaign for AD&D. And today, the crew of the Cygnus, or another name, the unnamed ship, the unnamed swan ship that has been salvaged, has landed on the gnomish planet Iron Piece in Bral space. And that's where we left it, more or less, was that people had landed. We talked about the environs. But yeah, probably someone should recap our last session. Partly because Tom wasn't here, so he would like to know. But yeah. Alex, do you want to recap the last session?
Preferably not. I barely remember it, to be honest. Did much happen? Like, I know we got to Iron Piece. I don't remember.
Remember, we briefly believed that the Major weighed 2 tons because Andrew had screwed up and put his weight down as 2 tons.
Yeah, that's.
We thought he had his own atmosphere. Do you not remember that, Alex?
I do remember that. Was there an encounter or something?
Yeah, we were on that like metal, not planet but astral body of rather small size, that didn't have much of note on it. And then I can't remember what happened when we got to that dwarf place. There was a little bit of a kind of customs on the security faff.
That's right.
Yeah, we'd been kind of waiting in orbit for someone to make sure we weren't, bandits or whatever.
Yeah, or rather, we kind of just went in anyway with our, all our weapons, and then we kind of.
Yeah, well, and I think you offered to be disarmed, but you weren't that heavily armed, and you were obviously all civilized people. I think was their view. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't for the life of me remember. I'll get my character sheets up to see if I put anything there. Because we were originally going to look for debris between Iron Piece and somewhere else, I think.
Well, I think it was like we wanted to check for basically any orbital defenses or
any navigation hazards, I guess, more than orbital defenses. Like which
kind of both.
Yeah, the ion laser cannon.
We've discovered the Hoth base.
Yeah.
It's not Iron Piece, it's Ion Piece.
Oh, yeah. Right, so
yeah, and this is where we'd ended up. I think that should be showing for you now.
Yep, you see it.
Iron Piece. This is just
like a piece of iron, not like peace and war.
Yes, indeed. So it's called Iron Piece because it's made of iron, or as in it's very high in iron, and it is shaped, I guess, like a coin. It is a disc world, essentially. Yeah. You can see its side profile there as well.
And our search obstacles was part of the cartography job. So basically, we want to have them marked on a map that can be spread around and copied.
Yeah.
For people's safety rather.
Right.
So we wanted to do 3 routes between Iron Piece and Spiral. And I think we were going here to basically ask questions about any leads, what there is to know. And I think the routes we wanted to do were, well, I guess it would just be a bit like 3 equidistant points.
Well, it's a sort of a parabola and a kind of central line or something, wasn't it? I think was the idea of like a north route, a south route, and a central route, essentially.
Yeah, we could do that, or of course we could do it like a triangle shape with each point the same distance from the central line between them, if it's a fairly small area, and that'd be the most efficient way. But I just can't remember if they gave us any information or there was any.
No, we hadn't done rumors yet. That's where we left it, pretty much.
Yeah. Did we know what the kind of possible obstacles would be, like if there was some kind of space battle or anything specific that would cause this issue? Or if it's
I think the cartographer, the guy on Bral, had kind of been interested in space defenses in the form of navigation hazards, not like top secret equipment, but just like what could get in the way if essentially, because remember, if you're spelljamming, you don't crash into the object if you go in hyperspace, as it were, but you do get pulled out when you're close to it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like playing Baldur's Gate 1. It's like your party has been waylaid on the road.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
like the little bit of Elite Dangerous I played, like literal interdiction. Like,
yeah. So yeah, it's indeed it is that you drop out of spelljamming speed, and so essentially marking anything that is substantial, and it wouldn't actually need to be 1 ton or whatever it is, or 2 tons, but it could be, I think it could be any, 1 ton would be the relevant amount, but it could be anything that looks large. You don't have to waste stuff to decide it needs to go on the thing, just as a kind of navigational hazard on the way out of the system. And you've got a partial image of the barrage coming in on one route, I guess on the top route or whatever, whichever way you're doing it, you can continue doing that if you do ship back and forward, which I guess is part of what we'll do this session. Is you can probably be shipping around between Spiral and Iron Piece to finish that. In terms of rumors, I guess if you're looking for a on-planet rumor, their on-planet rumor will be as a thing that people do. Obviously, you can travel around. You can use the steam railway to go between Tinkertown and Hamlet via Port Walkaway, which is where you are. That's the Black Line, is the steam railway. Yes, if you are interested in earning opportunities, basically there are lots of giant rodent farms near Hamlet. And because there's lots of escapes, there is usually a population of feral giant groundhogs, which can be purged for cash. It doesn't mean going into their tunnels for those of you who have horrendous antloid flashbacks.
do we want to go play whack-a-mole?
I think, should we just focus on the current mission?
Yeah, but yeah, that's something local to this place anyway.
Okay.
That's not something you have to do or anything. That's just like, if you're looking for something on planet, that is the rumor on planet.
Yeah.
Well, we could obviously there's other things you could do, like for instance, you've talked to the dwarves before at Diamond Hammer Stake. Like if you're looking for potentially more military missions, that'd be probably something to go and talk to the relevant people about, rather than pick up a rumor at the dockside bar. Like, hello, do you know of any missions that we could take for the military? And this random guy's like, yes, I have a whole job board full of missions for the military.
Yeah, this guy takes you behind the bar, and like all of the drawers have like false bottoms with guns in and stuff. Like, I'm sure this is like a film or something like that kind of thing happened. Was it one of the G.I. Joe movies where this guy had like 1 million guns hidden in his home?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like Andrew, to be honest.
Mm.
By the way, Beach, I assume that was you dropping in. I say to silence.
Beach is muted bit here.
What was this place we should go through for the military rumors again? Sorry.
That'll be in Port Walkaway, I guess.
Okay.
That is that's the. I mean, the naval yard and headquarters is at the yacht club. Which is because the dock is kind of both has a civilian section, but also it's very heavily armed, and defended. Like there are we talked about this last time, like steam cannons, bombards, ballista catapult in the 12 towers surrounding it.
Okay. Another question also.
Go for it.
A bit of a general one, and I guess is when there's a space fleet and it's at dock or in its hangar or whatever. Does it just kind of, are they on a bunch of landing pods? Do they generally sit in the water? Does it matter kind of how they're kept?
Ships can land in different ships can land in places like in Northlight, just because I have the sheet in front of me. I need to check where I think I might have put. I think I can get it if I have put it on the shelf. But an Astrologer, for instance, cannot land on land due to the fact it has a big kind of underfin, but it can land in water. Some ships can only land the other way around. You know, a very few can only land on water, but not on land. So here the point is, yeah, you can kind of land wherever you want within reason, and then because you don't have a run up, it's not Spelljammers don't require like they don't use thrust to rise, so they don't require like a runway. They're essentially VTOL. They're all Harrier jump jets, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so a bit like loads of medieval helicopter pads or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But I can certainly imagine that, yeah, a big body of water, if you're worried about mind flayers, could be of strategic importance.
Yeah. I do have your.
Yeah,
I've got these swan ship stats.
Do this kind of routine thing, and I think we might have had a cartographer we brought with us. But basically,
you got a guy who came with you you'd be his taxi. So rather than you doing, because none of you, I think, the point was none of you had navigation or whatever. So I think instead you're like, we will take someone who can do it for us, but we will be the armed taxi in a war zone or in a DMZ rather. But it's not very demilitarized.
DM zone is a lot more dangerous than the war zone.
But
And if like we if it goes without event and we have time basically, then once we get back to I mean, I guess if we're doing 3 routes, it's going to be Spire, Dwarf Thing, and then back to Spire. But we might as well just pass by here on the way back if we got time, and then see if there are any other jobs that we want.
Yeah, I was going to say, and you can obviously, you can check into that. Obviously, right now it may well be that, you're just going to do your mission, your mapping mission, and then do something else after, before leaving the system, before leaving the Crystal Sphere. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay, so in that case, there'll be, let's say mark a docking fee for a day of 10 gold, just for using a bit of water to land in.
Do
we have a party pool?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think
no, that's quite expensive having a hot tub on a ship.
Yeah.
But think of how good it is for morale. For all the soldiers.
Yeah. It's like a ship in the culture novels. We've got a hot tub. There is at least half of that novella, State of the Art, which Tom has read, is spent in a hot tub, as far as I can tell.
There is a lot of hot tub, yeah.
There's like lots of people like let's have decadent parties on our ship in space, while our friend is having a nervous breakdown on Earth. That is actually the plot of that story.
In fairness, the decadent parties are like a constant, regardless of what's happening.
Oh yeah. It doesn't actually matter. You could be. Well, that's the world is about. Literally, this planet is about to be destroyed. Why don't we have a decadent party?
Yeah.
That's just E&M Banks, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm actually thinking about in the Discord book club on the book Discord of doing a reread for me, but a player of games read.
Oh yeah, classic.
Which which I feel like is probably also it's a shorter one and it's a gentler way for anyone who's not read Banks to read him, rather than being like, let's read Hydrogen Sonata.
Yeah, or even consider Phlebas, despite being the first one.
Yeah. Oh, it's long and dense. Yeah. I actually read Look to Windward before Consider Phlebas, and I think that was probably ironically the right way around. Just because I was like, oh, this is.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I like this guy. Yeah. So I just liked it, and I was like, great. Okay, so it's 2 squares back toward the ring that Spiral is on. Basically, is I guess what you're doing is you're going to go back there, and that's 2 days. And who's tracking the food?
I am.
Okay, cool.
All the inventory.
Yeah, you've got your crew as well. Going back, so flying back, you're going to be. It's going to be a 2 and 20 on the interim between the 2 rings, and then it'll be up when you get into the purple ring. So, let's say, Andrew, do you want to roll a d20?
Okay.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, dock rations, Alex, and then coming back down on the southern route or whatever. Let's have Beej. Do you want to roll a d20? I think this is going to be probably something like... Yeah, this is 4 in 20. Back to the purple ring. Because, yeah, Spiral and Bral are actually on the same ring. So, obviously, yeah, kind of... Lots of planets, lots of asteroids.
Sorry, I'm not in roll 20, but I rolled a 17.
Convenient. Just, oh, yeah, it's a 4 in 20, so I rolled 5.
Yeah. Well, it's in the Discord.
Yeah, right, yeah, sure. Whatever.
Whatever you say, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Tom would show the Dice Rolls channel on Roll20, except Jamie's been posting the hot pictures of evil people in it accidentally.
I have now cut to it. Unfortunately, it's been purged.
Yeah. If you like, there's been a great purge of the channel.
Choice of words.
Yeah.
Appropriately enough.
They're all pictures of Thunder Masters, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I guess heading back to Iron Piece, the third route, would be the way you'd do it, I suppose. Or you just cut back through the middle to Iron Piece. So it's a 2 in 20 chance. Tom, 2 in 20 chance.
In 20 chance, I'll give it to you in Discord. Why not? Slash roll in Discord? No,
you can just roll. You can just roll 1d20 as and just type 1d20.
Oh, nice.
That should work.
Cool.
That's if you use the inferior dice spot.
The easier dice spot that everyone prefers. Yeah, okay.
The inferior dice spot that appeals.
Alex is the kind of person who's like, Linux is actually better for all purposes. And people are like, oh, well, I just don't really have the skill to use it. And he's like, yes, that makes you an inferior human being, actually.
You don't understand. It's really easy. You just got to, know everything about computers.
Yeah. If Linux was so good, why does Silk Browser exist using Linux? As it's literally awful.
It's like saying this to someone who emulates games. People who criticize people who play a game on an old console instead of emulating it. They're like, bro, it's so easy to emulate it. You just got to download the pirated PC version and use this fan bug fix and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What did you roll, Tom?
7.
7. That is not a 2 in 20, and it's going to be a. I think this is only a 3 in 20 because the what's it called, the grey ring doesn't have any asteroid belts on it. So 3 in 20 for Alex.
Me?
You.
Ah.
By the way, we have for the ones lost Simon to Greek internet. Is the official reason.
I think that's code for him being like shelled or something by North Macedonia.
Yeah, by a rebel faction, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, someone overheard him calling Greece South Macedonia, and after that, he was done for.
Yeah, West Ottomania.
Yeah. He went to Cyprus and started talking about being in Greece, in the wrong side of Cyprus.
And he crossed it and started talking about being in Turkey. Just like,
Yeah.
I find last time in Turkey, and they're like, no, you're not. Remember, as we said before, our sponsorship policy on this channel is whichever one of your fragmentary governments wants to sponsor us is correct.
Yeah.
I won number 1.
He got into a heated debate about who invented yogurt first.
This channel can answer that for a small consideration.
Yeah.
Baklava, whichever one of your countries pays us more.
Yeah, we need to find like some of these like small micronations, don't we? Or like, a country with many warring factions.
Somaliland, like, the one that's like the little bit of Somalia that Somalia's like, no, that doesn't exist and no one lives there.
Yeah. To be fair, actually, if anything will get us in trouble with YouTube, it's probably certain group of turbulent political situations being mentioned in any way at all.
The turbulent political situations. This is like austere religious scholars, isn't it? It's a euphemism.
Yeah, well, yeah. We got to speak through esoteric metaphors when we're
Yeah,
on...
to reach our audience and enlighten them.
Exactly, yeah, and avoid the base hammer of
YouTube. Yeah. The carnal, fleshly moderation policy. So, Alex, that was another day. So that'll be 2 days travel. Sorry, that's 4 days travel. Sorry, ignore me. 4 days travel.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 out, 2 back, and you're back at Iron Piece. That is where we are. Yeah.
Back at Iron Piece.
Guys, I think we're lost. We've gone in a circle.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a triangle. I thought. Guys, we're lost. We've gone in a triangle.
But my character can't do geometry.
Yeah. Yeah, you need it's like having semi-literacy as a default at int 9. You have to have int 11 to do geometry.
Surely recognizing shapes isn't geometry.
Well, it's not. It's also
really
not
geometry. It is.
It's also not geometry anyway. It's trigonometry, but okay. It's a 3D plane, 3D situation. I feel like, given that this is what there are 4. If we added Simon back, it'd be like 5 scientists or mathematicians. I feel like that should be enough people to get it right. Me and Jamie don't have to do that stuff.
Yeah, we're just here being all pretentious and
referencing Gnosticism.
What does it mean to say something is a triangle?
Yeah.
Triangles exist in heaven.
Yeah, the triangle is a example of a very basic example using for logical definition with the people I teach logic to, which is the phrase "a triangle is a 4-sided polygon" is false by definition. A triangle is a 3-sided polygon is true by definition. So we've answered that. We've actually answered that entire discussion in question. Triangles are real and have 3 sides, and have to have 3 sides, and can't have any other number of sides.
Yeah. I suppose it's analytically true. I think I just can't remember some of these precise things.
Yeah.
The funniest bit is probably if you get onto the paradox of what do we call it? Paradox analysis. That would be its own.
Paradox analysis it's a thing that it doesn't affect people who play board games, but it does affect philosophers.
But the idea of if you're giving an analysis of something, how can it be informative and true?
Because if it were true, it'd cease to be something people could engage with or understand, basically. Yeah.
Well, it's more that it seems that if it were true, then the thing you were talking about is already something that has those qualities that you're assigning to it, basically.
Yeah.
All of philosophy is a question of definition. Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. To be honest, I probably have to go back through my notes to actually explain it well.
Yeah,
so.
that'll be our next session. For a half hour of it, you'll be allowed to just read your notes, your garbled, confused notes.
No, we don't want to read your dissertation.
So yeah, you return to Iron Piece, and you're recognised now. You've got your transponder on. By transponder, it's just like a little flag you can fly out to mark that you're a friendly ship. Given you weren't intercepted by any Scro ships on the way back, I guess that's helpful. But yeah, no, you arrive back having finished having gone via more of the barrage, and just you can see it's something which it is kind of tall, as it were, and wide. It goes across a large part of the system. It's not meant to block all ships from what you can do. It's not like, oh no one can go through. It's just that it's enough that if you essentially would find it hard to get any large number of ships through at spelljamming speed through to Iron Piece, because there'd just be enough of a disruption trying to do it. Obviously you haven't checked the other side of Iron Piece, the out-system side, because there are then several AUs to the edge of the system equivalent. But you haven't checked that side, but you have kind of done the in-system side.
I have a question. Which side is the head side and which side is the tail side of the...
The upside is the head side, isn't it? With the trues on it, and the flip side is the downside. Is the bottom, the tails.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can actually flip it, and I'm not sure how gravity would, how magical gravity would work if you did that. That sounds like it could go badly wrong.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
if
I
people are living on it.
If you tried to flip it, everyone would just fall off the edge.
Well, I think because of the way the plane goes across the middle, it depends whether if you manage to flip it, whether the plane would continue along the nominal middle or would go across the actual middle the whole time. Because if it went across the actual middle, it'd be fine, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because
If it went across the nominal middle, they would all fall off.
Yeah, because if it were realistic gravity, apart from it collapsing into a sphere anyway, you'd if you're walking away from the center, you'd feel yourself getting pulled towards the center of the coin, even though you're getting pulled across a flat surface.
Yeah.
Which is a funny.
Yeah, it's so on your ship. You'll see on your ship if you get down to where the upper side, essentially somewhere in at the bottom where the keel starts and then goes down a long way, the gravity will flip, and you can walk. Essentially, you can walk standing up on the bottom of your ship because of that.
Oh right, okay, cool.
Crossing the gravity plane is weird, as in it takes a moment and people have to get used to it. So that's how gravity works on ships, which you can draw a plane in between. Spheres work in the way that our world works, as in you can walk anywhere on it. It's just the whole surface is gravitied. But obviously Iron Piece is more like a ship, and works like a ship. So that's the complication for that in terms of magical gravity. If you flipped it, then it depends kind of where the plane of gravity would remain. On a ship, it remains through the center. So maybe that would be the case on Iron Piece. I don't know.
If I dug a hole through Iron Piece to the center and I jumped and fell to the center, would I just be stuck spinning for eternity?
Hopefully, let's find out.
Yeah. Not as a genuine question, but just because it'd be funny to imagine.
Yeah. It's something we should. It's not going to come up, but we should spend actual game time on doing it. Obviously, essentially you think of it as when they're sending their steam trains down through the center to get to the military bases that and the science bases on the bottom where there's not any population. It's just essentially just the pod flips, almost that's how it works essentially. It's just when it gets to that point, it'll then flip over and then you have a moment of disorientation and then you'll be going. If you jumped into a hole, I don't know. That seems like a complication. I suppose your velocity would surely take you through to the other side.
That's
and
true.
Then you'd be,
funnier to be stuck spinning in a.
Because if you dropped at a short enough point, and with no velocity, you'd probably just turn round and round until someone got you out.
Yeah.
So great.
Anyway,
back at Port Walkaway.
Why is it called Port Walkaway if people usually fly away?
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's the joke. I'd have to ask McBain.
Or maybe it's like a pun on waterway, but it's walk away or something.
Yeah. I was going to say the lake is called Lake Crash Splash, aka the big lake. Port Walkway got its name from the human saying, "Any landing you can walk away from is a good one."
Oh, nice.
It's essentially saying, look, you can walk away from landing here. So that's good, isn't it? It's exactly the kind of saying a gnome would like, isn't it? Yes, exactly. Failure is sometimes success.
Yes, indeed.
That
That feels very Frank Herbert or something like that. So I don't know. Should we just go back out and then just keep doing it?
Do the out system side. I presume you're not going to go to the edge of the system, which would be exactly the same number of AU as 2 Iron Piece all the way back out. So it'd be weeks to do that. I assume you just mean you'd be going out a day or something.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to do it that way around rather than doing anything else, we can do that.
Yeah, they can fend for themselves if they're that far away from Iron Piece.
So for instance, if we think it in AU terms, you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares from the sun out to Iron Piece. There'll then be 6 squares. Actually, 6 squares. I know it only shows 2, but that's just the cut off. But it'll be 6 squares out to the edge. But I mean, you could go depending on your food supply, and Alex will know this better than I do. You could do a day out and a day back, or 2 days out and 2 days back, or whatever.
We have like 6 more weeks of rations.
Yep. So yeah, you could spend. I guess it'd be 12 days to do the equivalent set of journeys.
But we do need to save up for a hot tub on board, so I'd be careful.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, naturally.
Rations aren't that expensive.
Sure. Especially if you're Dr. Jones.
Yeah. Well, and you can go to the gene pool
Yeah.
for sustenance.
The gene pool is the hot tub, but it's just like boiling hot, and we just throw any dead thing in it that we find.
Yeah. It very quickly gets rendered down into its constituent parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious genes.
Yeah, it's a very precise science of alchemy where you just boil and distill stuff until you think you've got something more interesting out of it.
Yeah. Okay, if we're doing that, how many days are you going to do? What, 2 days out, 2 days back each way?
That's good for me.
That'd be the same as you did on the way in. Okay, Jamie, you are the first. It is going to be, I think maybe is it 1 in 20, 2 in 20? Where's that? That's what I want. It's 1 in 20.
It's
2 in
irrelevant.
20, yeah.
For all the 13.
Yep, and Andrew, you got another 2 in 20, or one? No, you got a 1 in 20. In fact, this far out.
Oh.
18. You're wasting all these high rolls, or maybe you're not. Maybe that's good.
Yeah, maybe this is good.
Okay, coming back in, Beej is going to be 2 in 20. And it's going to be 3 in 20. 19. And then it'll be 3 in 20 on Iron Piece. Planet Patrolled and base 1. So that is going to be Tom, 3 in 20.
Good on roll 20. I
20.
feel bad in this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. And coming back out, you're actually you're going to have 2 days of not actually mapping. You're going to have 2 holiday days, I guess. Alex, 2 in 20.
Ooh, 4.
Nearly. And Jamie, 1 in 20.
That's the 19.
19. It's almost incredible, isn't it? How good you are at rolling high numbers in a desperate attempt to avoid a space-borne encounter. Something that so far in the campaign, your space encounters have been ones you've been like, we just leave. We pay them tribute and then leave. We don't want to fight.
Yeah. Is there not like a thing for like chance of evasion, like an equivalent of the wilderness pursuit thing from original D&D, AD&D?
Well, not really, because think about the situation. You are pulled out of space by an object of tonnage. You drop to basic range, like whatever is it, 5,000? Is it like a mile? I'm trying to remember. I need to check. You're within visual range unless you are in complex terrain. And if you're in complex terrain, you're probably not at spelljamming speed anyway. So a base encounter, you could evade and escape from via terrain. If you are in space, like just in clear space, no, you can run and gain enough distance to spelljam out.
Right. Yeah.
And this includes, we did do it with one where there was a potentially unpleasant thing that was looking for you. Was I think you essentially kind of you did choose evasive maneuvers essentially and just broke at an angle and hoped for the best to gain distance on them. But yeah, it is, and there's no wind either, so you can't kind of rely on that. It is just out. Once you're in there, you're in stern chase situation.
Yeah, I see.
So yeah, you've got 2 days back time piece. I assume you're just going to roll that, and if that is, you're not doing anything special now that you're on holiday. So it'd be Andrew, 2 in 20.
You really are
Wasting all these rolls. And
Yeah.
Beach has a 3 and 20. We've had a 4. We've had 1 4. That is the only low result. Everything else is 17 plus, basically.
7.
7. Great. So yeah, 4 and 7 are the only one. 4 I think still needed like a 3 difference or something as well. Or a 2 difference. So yeah, you are back on IMP. So you've finished this part of the cartography job. What was was it wanting to? What route was? I'm trying to remember without looking at my notes. What route was he wanting you to check in the Phlogiston?
It was.
From here to the treasure planet, where there's just lots of treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
long
right.
run.
Yeah, you need to take on this kind of like space crab to help you. And by space crab, I mean Xixchil. And he definitely won't betray you.
Wait,
Oh,
sorry.
of course
So
not.
was that a different mission to the Spiral and Iron Piece one, or?
Yeah, we had 2 missions. This one, and then one that would take us out of the sphere. I just don't remember. I've not taken many notes.
I only took notes on the Spiral and Iron Piece one of those 2, I think.
Oh, I've opened up the wrong notes. That probably.
Yeah, I've got other rumors, but they're the ones we've already done of like, the pitching, the Swan's Shuttle, the God's Marbles. Did we do that one? The Dreadnought class we did, didn't we? And we did that.
Did we do the
God.
live planet?
You
I
didn't
think we
do
did
live,
that.
yeah.
That's where we
Didn't
came
go
across
looking
the-
for that, but that wasn't the quest that we were currently planning on doing. Because we picked up.
Okay.
We have a large crew now because we were planning on actually doing this quest that would leave the sphere.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
So it appears we need to take better notes.
yeah.
I wasn't here when we got this quest. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
What's a good excuse? I think Andrew might be telling the truth, but I still think we should rib him for it.
Yeah, Andrew, you didn't watch the stream?
Yeah, I'm
Shut
looking
up.
I'm looking through our notes in the chat, and it's mostly stuff on like the science of how rotund a hippopotamus is or something.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very
My
soft.
note taking is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I like Touchstone's argument, and as you like it, that a knight who swears on his honour not to do something is not forsworn if he never had any honour to begin with. And Andrew's note taking is perfect on the basis that he has done none.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I could always just
Yeah.
go back and watch the last episode at 10.
The whole. I think it'd be 2 ago, wouldn't it? Probably. But yeah.
I've seen a note from B saying a Spelljammer crewed by GIF or with the forge drivers going around port selling a bunch of lamp oil, but I'm not sure if in the context that was just a joke or an actual
No.
route.
That was an actual rumor, but it was a while ago. I don't think that was a job we had.
Yeah.
I think you got that at Bar Sinister, didn't you?
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You picked up a few kind of like rumours about rogues going around the galaxy, because I think you were considering privateering, but then decided to do some cartography. Was I think the yeah. Because I think partly because it meant with your big new ship you can go and do something. You could go elsewhere. You'd have an excuse to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
You do have outer system stuff, like you do have rumours for planets and other systems, don't you? Already. So yeah, I mean, you can, but yes. No, I think yeah, but wasn't he asking for like a checking of the route to grey space? I believe, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. The
Yes.
route from Iron Piece then, or
From Bral space, yeah, from Bral space to grey space.
okay.
Yeah.
Is grey space the space between the crystal spheres then?
No, grey space is where Greyhawk is.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Right. These names are awful, man.
Well, grey space, realm space, and dragon space. I mean, Quinn space, all pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it. I think, yeah, space. Remember, it just represents the particular sphere.
Okay. So, yeah, how would we actually find a route between like this kind of space and the grey space, for example? Then, do we just need to get someone who? I mean, some of us have spell jamming, but yeah, I'm not really sure how they're actually working out how to get from one kind to the other works. In that case,
Fly out and hope for the best.
Do your best.
do we just keep flying and then we get to the edge of the crystal sphere and we're like, hammer and chisel our way through, and then pick one.
So I mean, you've got a kind of a wizardly cartographer to help you. What is this? The other. I want my other book, don't I? Nope. So, it is that. He who has a scroll, of create portal, which is a way of opening a portal in a crystal sphere, or you can use locate portal at second level. Which is a permanent portal, basically, which is with it. You go to the surface and then it'll show you where it is. So
yeah, I was going to say we probably want to have a way to get back.
Yeah, but yes. So no, he has. He's a cartographer. He has portals mapped, basically, so he can take you to a portal that normally opens. And he's got some scrolls for emergencies and stuff.
Okay. Does he know of what portals might be nearby then? Like, are we going to have to go to the other edge of the solar system, or is
no, you can in Bral space, basically at the zodiac points. You can kind of head towards those, and there are ones near there usually.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But yeah. So in terms of if you want to buy anything else, you obviously are on Iron Piece. It'll take you 6 days to get to the edge. Then traveling through the Phlogiston, it is essentially it is a semi-random amount of time following the flow of the Phlogiston to get to the next system. The next system may not, is not necessarily going to be the one you automatically want to go, but that's the thing. You can go along, via different places.
Did you check your notes and figure out where it is we're going? Because I've checked the archives.
I've checked the archives. It's been deleted. Nothing's deleted from the Jedi archives.
Yeah, Grey Space. It was
Grey Sphere, yeah. As in, sorry, were you silent checking the archives when I'd already answered the question?
Yeah. Well, I muted. And
I muted you.
So I didn't hear you talking whilst I was listening to you talking.
What? Naturally.
Jedi archives, I found nothing.
Yeah.
Impossible. Perhaps the archives are incomplete.
Sorry.
Perhaps the archives are incomplete.
Yeah. So Grey Space is 2 spheres away. What I'll do it this way is, it'd be 2 semi-random amounts in the flow, if you know what I mean. To get to Grey Space, what I will do, because he will share. You actually, I should check, because you have some star charts, remember? So let's. What I'll do is I will quickly upload now. Given this is what you're doing today, or as in it sounds like that's what you're wanting to do, is continue out into space rather than do anything more in Bral space. This place sucks. You say angrily.
It is a silly place.
Yeah. I liked it better when it's called Spiral Space. But yeah. Oh, I see. It dropped under. I will upload a map of the flow, and I will reveal the section that he will definitely tell you about in terms of how to get to Grey Space. And then once we check what charts you have, we can give you any other flow information you already have. Yeah, does that sound good?
Are there any psychedelic substances we should take before we go into our 2001: A Space Odyssey sequence?
It's full of stars.
Yeah. The flow.
I mean, all of them, presumably.
It's going to be like that Willy Wonka tunnel sequence.
There's no knowing where you're going. What one do I want? select. Oh yeah, that. Despite having used this for years, I do regularly just forget how to use the layers and change the layer. Okay. That's it's not particularly high resolution map, is it? Advanced lock position. Okay. Fog of War. Reset fog. Is that working? I'm going to change things in a way that's bad. Everything gets worse over time.
Yeah, I do have one question, which is, can we visit the totally original and new location of Castle Zaig? Or
on Greyhawk, yeah. Is that anywhere, is that near Castle Greyhawk, or are they very far apart?
Yeah.
There. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
See the known spheres. Cassus space.
Yeah.
Bral
For some reason, Cassus space is, I think, an official name that at one point got put onto it's in the sphere known as Cassus space, but there's never been a planet described as that. So the Bral space, official fan hack of Bral space, which we use as Spiral space. Cassus, maybe Cassus is the original Elven name for the system.
What's the prince called who rules Bral?
Andrew space.
I mean, do we? Is that actually his name?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean,
yes. Like our least favourite player after Alex.
Wow.
Oh, I mean, the most of your games, Owen. So if I'm truly your least favourite player,
Yeah, well, doesn't that show how my enjoyment of my games must be impacted?
Gosh, are you ever closer to anyone than your arch enemy?
Well, when you're killing them, I guess. Yeah.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Owen's like, I can't kill Alex. Like, how many times can I kill his character in games to eventually gain my thirst for blood? Yeah.
Yep. So there you are.
I didn't realize Bral space was so close to Realm space, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. In terms of the show, Realm space is well located as well. Obviously, not everywhere is well located. Like not everywhere is actually able to get to lots of other places. But Bral space and Realm space are both quite centrally located, basically.
Yeah.
So yes, that is kind of the way out.
Was there a legal dispute recently between grey space and black space over who owns the the right to adventurers?
There's an argument between black space and Vanta space over whether or not Vanta space could rename itself to black space on the basis that it was more black.
The poor space is actually a really awful place, and no one wants to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say grey space is actually just full of hideous moral centrists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People might look complicated, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been reading Joe Abercrombie recently, and unbearable. So yeah. Are you wanting to buy some more food while you're on Iron Piece?
I
mean, have we bought the amount we had, expecting that would be how much it would take us to get to grey space?
How much food do we have?
We currently have the equivalent of 39 days rations for our crew of 32. I've basically got it written as 32 times 39 rations.
So on average, that would get you to the next sphere. You might want some more as a bit of a Yeah,
like a backup, you know.
bit of a cushion.
Get another 2-3 weeks worth.
Yeah.
What?
Just out of interest, is there
always
any
forget.
rumor of such a place as dark space? I guess dark sun setting, or is that somewhere that I don't
There literally is.
know about it?
In
Yeah.
the Dark Sun book, it says that its crystal sphere is located so far away from any other. It's literally impossible.
I would say when you said dark space, I did just think of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, which
Yeah.
is, as everyone knows, a classic and very serious science fiction medical drama from the 80s. Available on Channel 4.
If I wanted to see a serious medical drama, I just watch of what Jones is doing each episode.
Yeah, well, anything Jones is doing.
Yeah.
Potentially, I mean, it's definitely a crime drama. Whether it's a medical drama depends on your definition of medicine.
Yeah, it's a medical drama in the sense that it's a drama of medical nature in terms of the issues
There are
going on.
Human or human-like bodies involved.
Yeah,
If you were affected by any of the issues with
Raising this program, please ring the Xixchil embassy, who will tell you where to take your concerns.
yeah. But yeah, it's kind of
Doctor-
another thing
Doctor-
in Dark
surgeon.
like some people have it as like a place that some rare visitors from elsewhere could find. Other people might like if it can't be accessed, it's almost like it might as well not be in the sort of crystal sphere, which is fine. But you know what I mean? Because it's obviously not really.
Hypothetically, you could get there, but no one, you've never heard of it, and no one has, and no one knows the way.
Morthylla got there recently, and she was like, "Oh wait, I don't believe in God anymore." And
yeah,
promptly vanished in a puff of logic.
yeah,
So yes, Sorry, I was saying, you'll be. I think the way to calculate it is going to be 1d12. It's going to be 10 plus brackets 1d12 minus 3 times 10 days. So something like that. So yeah, essentially you
thinking
yeah. Jamie knows maths. But yeah, it's going to be a modified die on top of 10 days.
Oh right. Okay.
So yeah, it depends how much you want to risk starvation, I guess.
Well, we have money. I still need to figure out exactly how much money we have because I've not.
So yeah, I mean, you can buy. Yeah, you're the quartermaster, right? Kawakami.
We should change that money into food before we go rather than after.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we have a lot of mouths to feed, but if you look on the bright side, we have a lot of bodies to cannibalize.
Yeah. Right.
They can be added to the gene pool.
Given having to check this, I feel like I should just like type it down somewhere and then pin it the costs of rations because I have this in. I'm checking the one ebook.
3 GP a week.
The one ebook says 3 GP for standard rations, 5 GP for iron rations, but isn't that the 20 silver piece? Oh
yeah, we just convert it direct. A gold piece is a gold piece.
But then a silver piece you'd convert to half.
Yeah, you'd halve silver pieces. Everything else I basically keep at the same kind of ratio you'd expect.
Right, I will write that down. So 5 GP iron ration.
Yeah. Actually, the reason Simon can't contact us is that he's on Athos at the moment, which is a crystal sphere that's split off from the rest. So.
Yeah. He's having connection issues.
So I guess I'll get another week of standard rations and then another week of iron rations per person. So eight times our crew of 32. So I'm spending another 256 gold on rations.
You need to make some money back at some point. Yeah.
Perhaps we should have checked if there was any jobs like just that we could have potentially done whilst flying around Iron Piece, but.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you had a specific job, didn't you? I guess if you want like special jobs to go and do, you can still ask. But yeah, if you're wanting to get out of the crystal sphere, then
we could just start like abducting natives once we get to realm space.
Yeah. Well,
I'm from realm
a slaving ring. Didn't you break up a slaving ring?
We're not kidnapping people.
Like we just burn some like pictures into their crops and whatnot. Just general space stuff.
Jones is like, we could operate on them.
Exactly.
Go on a hunt of like all of the beloved Forgotten Realms NPCs. We're gonna kill them.
Yeah. I think you should start killing your own PCs in our Connected Realms campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking the open tabletop thing to an extreme, not just players versus other players, but your players versus other players of your own.
Playing
Themselves.
a postmodern campaign, man versus himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the campaign shall end itself through the self-destruction sort of thing.
So yeah, is the decision to sail then to the Phlogiston now? Not get any extra jobs, just fly.
I mean, we could maybe have a quick ask around and see if there's anyone, like on Iron Piece who wants anything done in Realm Space or Grey Space. But I think we wouldn't take any other jobs.
Yeah, I mean, there's always like we could look for like any eccentric collectors who might appreciate some kind of souvenir, for example.
I mean, yes. Probably the way you'll do that is by going and getting stuff that you could sell to eccentric collectors and then go and find them. I mean, Hastane sounds like the kind of guy who will always buy something freakish off you.
Do you want Jones?
This is one of Alex's hairballs.
Look, having like such handsome hair and the glorious beard comes with a cost, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It does. It does.
Cost of serious medical issues, it turns out.
I've just got a cold. It's not a serious medical issue.
A beard-related cold.
Beard-related cold.
Yeah, I do sometimes like smother myself with my own beard.
You're just allergic to your own hair.
Imagine
I can't tell if this is still a joke or not.
Or just a horrible, horrible fact, yeah.
I mean, you'll understand someday, Andrew, when your beard is nearly as good as mine.
Yeah.
So,
Fun fact, actually, the actor who played Gimli in Lord of the Rings was allergic to either the latex prosthetics or the adhesive for them for his makeup, so he was just like red all the time underneath the makeup.
The guy who played Rev Bem in Andromeda, Brent State, had that problem. Like, he was super allergic to the
You say
makeup.
fun fact, but I don't think they found it fun.
No,
It's fun for us.
Totally fun.
I love laughing at the idea that Brent State, circa 2000, had a serious allergy. Don't you find it funny?
Look, there have been worse injuries on the Lord of the Rings set, I guess.
Then having a mild allergy. Yeah.
Like, people get. I think one was like a tapestry, like loom pole or whatever you call it, getting dropped on someone. The famous one where Sam went into the river and the root just went all the way through his prosthetic foot and into his real foot, and he had to get helicoptered out.
Yeah.
They don't have helicopters in Middle-earth. How would it even work?
Yeah.
Do you mean the Eagles? He got eagled out. Okay. Should we start rolling for you to fly to the edge of the system then?
If the economy is crashed, why can't the Eagles save it?
Yeah.
Can they raise the pound with their things?
We'll have to ask Manway on that, whether or not Manway agrees with supporting currencies.
Yeah, the Eagles have an isolationist policy, sadly.
Yeah. I did a video on connected to that, not on just the Eagles, but yeah. I've done a couple relating to Eagles. Why did the Eagles just blah 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 as well?
Yeah.
I did one on like the created species by the Valar, and like maybe the Eagles are kind of annoying because they're not regularly in contact with their Valar anymore. So they randomly do stuff when they feel like it because they're not actually being commanded to do stuff anymore.
Yeah, and I suppose that's kind of an archetypal. I guess I don't know if they're immortal, but any kind of more god-related or immortal species is going to be
most famously,
famously a little bit aloof and distant because of the way in which it's you.
The world works compared to people. Yeah, Andrew, do you want to roll a d20, 2 and 20? This one.
Okie dokie.
As you fly out, Alex, you count the days. 15. Next is going to be Beej, 1 and 20. Where is he going to roll? Or is he going to make up the result again?
I don't know if it probably started with that YouTube cartoon, or maybe it's before. Sometimes it's easy to make a joke about something, and then it gets interpreted online as a really serious criticism, and it causes a lot of drama than the people making the silly cartoon.
People are like, no, that's a really good point, actually. And other people are like, no, it's not. And then those people are fighting long after the original cartoon people are dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like they're probably not even
1
intending
in 20.
genuine debate about whether that's.
No, I'm sure they're not.
You know, it's just like.
Yeah. Tom, go for it. 1 in 20.
1 in 20.
Do what Alex does, and sometimes he just rolls 1 when he's been told.
Ooh, that's
This happened. Alex criticised the roll 20 dice spot, and it's come back for revenge.
We want random encounters. Random encounters are good. And
Sometimes
it's
they
not
are good, yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. You're right. D100, please, Tom. You are multiple days away from a planet. Could be anything. Could be something really dangerous.
Apart from a planet.
40.
Apart from a planet.
We're gonna die out here.
It could be a planetoid, of course. Like it could be, like a small planet or whatever. Okay. Let me go. You are. Can I have a D100 again? We're this. I know this is nested, but we'll go through it and you'll find it. And I'll make excited noises.
96.
96. And you're in wild space. Roll a D100. There are results in this. I don't know, so I'm going to have to guess.
What, again? Sorry?
And again, yep. This is double nested table. One is actually for rarity. So you've already determined type, then you have to determine rarity. 32. 32. And can I have 3d10? It's 3d10 Kragans appear.
13.
13. It's not that bad. Come on. Yep. So, in that case, you'll be pulled from wild space by mass. The mass looks like a large number of small moving objects. In like rather than one big object.
Like a school of fish, maybe. Or...
Yep. Let's see. So yeah, what actions do you take? Who's in command at the moment? Have we agreed who's commanding the ship?
What do you mean by commanding the ship?
As in, Vil, I guess Vil will be. You need someone else. Like, did we agree this? Vil and someone else presumably take.
Yes,
turns.
there's one other wizard who we can do shifts with.
I mean, there are a few spellcasters who can.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Xeethra. If we're taking both Xeethra and Morthylla, had Spelljammer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. On that note, actually, at some point when we have more cash, we should get Spyglass, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
We're not.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, I was going to say they're expensive. They're like a couple of thousand gold or whatever they are, but they are worth it for this kind of thing. Because given that you sometimes feel like, we can see something over there. A bit like in real life, you see something, a car a mile away on a road, and you're like, there's a car over there. You don't have much other... Yeah.
I mean, we could just get...
Yeah, and then you take a closer look, and it's a car make you dislike and cue Top Gear joke or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just get Jones to give you more eyes.
More eyes doesn't mean I can see better.
Well, you can if they're big. Just
You can see more.
That's not how it works.
How would you know? Are you some kind of, fucked up bug doctor thing?
Okay, all right. Character from Bloodborne. Give us eyes.
Was that Alex volunteering to have more eyes?
What was that like? Was it Mensis or that guy with the cage mask in Bloodborne? So much funny dialogue.
I know the one you mean.
Yeah.
I don't remember his.
Oh, he's got the
It'll probably come to me as soon as we finish streaming. But
Oh my lord! The wiki page of like every character in Bloodborne's dialogue.
we should just turn the stream into reading Bloodborne dialogue. Really, that's what I think. Yeah.
It's usually about 3 minutes away from it, another point.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, they will not be surprised. what are you doing?
Grant us eyes, plant eyes on our brains to cleanse our beastly idiocy.
Well, I feel like the actual answer of what we do is we yell battle stations and get all, our soldiers to the weapons.
Yeah.
Battle stations, battle stations.
Yeah.
Someone
Man the
sounds
ballistae.
Yeah.
Man the ballistae.
Really
Fire
think
the
it's-
cannons.
I really think it's worth it. I could politely ask my genie to go out and have a look, but probably since I've got limited wishes, and that'd be one of them.
But
I mean,
I suppose the thing where he's out, whilst he's summoned, he can obviously, because that's the thing is you can have him out and be summoned, and he will help you within reason.
Okay,
if you
so it's
recall.
3 wishes, more like a bit like 3 summons.
Yeah, it's all actual wishes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you're like, I wish that I had +1 strength or whatever, or I wish that this person was alive again, despite the fact that their res has failed or something like that.
Okay, right, yeah.
As-
So I suppose I'll ask him if it's reasonable for him to basically fly towards it to take a closer look, and then report back if possible. If it looks like it's going at genuinely significantly faster speed than him, he's welcome to turn back before he gets a good enough look at it, because obviously we'll want harm to come to him.
Yep. I'll put a token down for the thing you can see. If it
That
loads.
is what was his name again? The Iron Tornado.
Yeah.
sounds like a wrestler.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I'm sure we've made that joke already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This channel is just Bloodborne dialogue and repeated jokes that weren't funny the first time.
We're not, if not predictable.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yep. You can see there are some other fragments of something, probably smaller than you can see, in the midst. Yeah. So, yep, the genie will fly out. Everyone else is going to battle stations. I guess pick a character and tell me what they're doing in terms of your I guess if let's determine it's going to be 1 to 6. It's Vil. 7 to 12. It's Xeethra, I suppose.
Does
Or GT. So Xeethra and Vil are both out of spells. Xeethra is currently piloting. Yeah.
Yep.
does Bless help with artillery?
Yeah. +1 to hit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
why wouldn't it? Anything that is thacoed, it will apply to. Yeah.
Oh, also, I forgot to ask. It might have been a session before I mentioned it. Would my character, in this case Xeethra with his scroll, know how Tensor's floating disc works in 0 gravity? Would it be able to leave the ship, or would it be stuck? Or if I cast it away from the ship, would it then go to the nearest gravitational body and then hover above
It's
the
such a
ground?
screwed up question, isn't it? I mean, it's a good
Oh
question.
yeah, this is like the most. It's a question that there's no right or wrong answer to, I think, because it's such a different context to the
Spell effects, spells and space. I mean, there's guidance on spells and space, so let's go and find out if it's one.
Good one. Yeah,
what's
basically,
the
like,
spells?
can you do the Silver Surfer thing with it or not?
Tenses is first level, and it does not have a special note in it, which means it works as described. It obviously, yeah. If you stand on top of it, you're on top of its gravity plane. It is an object, so yeah, you can Silver Surf.
So nice.
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 But yes, Vil obviously does not have. Vil and Xeethra don't have spells right now, but anyone who does have spells may cast a spell.
So I'm just going to copy and paste my scroll tube that Xeethra has then, say if anyone.
To be fair, anyone can, including Xeethra, can cast from scroll.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool, nice.
Yeah, it's just your out and memorized spells. Great.
Yeah.
So Kawakami is your only active character, Alex?
Yeah, I have my backup, but I'm not gonna use them.
Yep. So Kawakami, what's Kawakami doing at the moment?
I'm trying to remember where the ballista are, because I know we have multiples. Do we have 2 down at the bottom? Because I know there's 1 in the head, but was there 2 at the bottom?
I will go to your. You should. You're allowed to have the. What's it called? You know, a diagram of the ship. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, is it just the 2? There's 1 up here, and there's one down here.
Yeah,
so
there's
just
there's one up at the head of your swan,
and one down.
and there is one down in the tummy, and then the catapult is at the back. It's a chaser.
Right.
So you have a chaser cannon basically over at position 7, accessed via the back of the main deck.
Wait, sorry. If you fire a catapult in space, surely it wouldn't go in a like a bell-shaped arc, but rather it would just like keep going upwards or something.
No, but it's got velocity, inertia.
Oh right, yeah. But I mean, like, it wouldn't go in like up and then down again. It would go like just
It wouldn't be
diagonally,
parallel.
I guess, would it, or something?
It would just continue.
Yeah.
Well, if it's presumably they're geared to deliver at a very flat trajectory.
Oh, I see what you mean. Because
realistically, it would probably fly very confusing, right? Because when you first fight gravity and then into the other ships, it would probably be very difficult to aim in reality.
We don't need to overthink it, I guess.
No, the way it works is that it's a very flat trajectory, and so you fire it straight at your enemy, like a catapult rather than like a sling, because it is in fact a catapult, so you can do that. Like it's not a sling, it's not required.
I think because it would stop at like a right angle, wouldn't it? I was thinking more as the like.
It releases perpendicular. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
That they're just specially made to do that.
Does it have like a cord that we can really, really dramatically cut as we fire it?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're very expensive. The cords all are like silk and embossed with the maker, and so they're all like 30 gold per cord. So every shot is really expensive, but obviously everyone still buys them because they look so cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be on one of the ballista because we've seen multiple small things rather than like one big thing, right?
Yeah, that's right. Thumb will obviously you can take Thumb's bonus on the ballista as well, obviously, because Simon was here and he will happily man the one. He's also a fighter. He'll probably man the one up at number 1 because he'll want to protect the pilots because he's also a fighter.
I feel like it's probably worth stacking bonuses and blessing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Is anyone here at level 5 or above magic user? Because I wouldn't be able to use the fireball.
No.
Never mind.
No one here is level 5 or above.
Yeah, it's not like the other campaign where there's more of a mixture.
Yeah, I was going to say you've got up to level 3 in this one, I think.
Yeah.
Unless Thumb is 4. Thumb might be nearly 4. I think it's.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
I guess I'll get Morthylla to any unmanned siege weapons.
Yep. So Morthylla wants to command the one down in the belly.
Yeah.
The cargo deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good. And Sam Hambat or Stipe. Who are you running, Tom? Who's going to be? Who do you think is more useful?
Yes, probably. We're fighting mostly at range here, aren't we? Probably.
Actually, yeah.
Guess probably. I'll probably still take Sam. He's got a bow.
Yeah. You can always activate Stipe for healing if you need someone like extra healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Morthylla will have some as well.
Yeah. Let's record your positions. Xeethra, Helm, Thumb, Morthylla, Head Ballista.
Yeah.
Morthylla is Gut Ballista. And it was Kawakami is in the Head Ballista.
Yeah. I had a thought, Owen. Given my backup character is part of the crew and will, therefore be getting some share of XP, I should introduce them now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so they're probably helping at the catapult.
In the toilets, yeah.
Yeah, helping load and cock it, because they are this absolutely enormous.
It's a Gromum, isn't it?
Gromum, yeah. Probably carrying these massive catapult balls like it's nothing. And his name is Dark.
Dark, naturally.
Dark.
So are you kind of a cool character, or are you the Dark? Yes.
No.
Very cool.
He acts like it, but if anybody ever asks why he's called Dark, well, I guess that'll You'll find out.
Yeah.
If
He's
anyone
named after Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, his mum's favourite TV series.
My
Super-
Caucasian character's like greetings, Dark. I'm light.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Sam Hambat, where are you going to put Sam?
Is anyone manning the catapult yet? Sorry.
No one's at the catapult yet, no. Apart from Derek. Derek.
just NPCs.
Just Derek.
Okay. I guess I'll help man the catapult, and if I can shoot from there when I don't need to be manning it, that's probably a good place for me to be.
Yeah.
Xchonez
is probably on hand just to help out with injured crew members rather than actively manning siege equipment.
You need to decide where his medical. Is there a medical bay? Because that's presumably Dr. Jones is like, this is my room now. I guess just probably one place in one of the passenger, one of the 11s, one of the passenger places is like the medical bay, and everyone's like, don't go there.
And it's a place you get haircuts to. Or they start off with a haircut.
Vil, you can apparently. I think Vil has probably whatever scrolls are going is probably the realistic thing here, so that he can cast.
Realistic thing is if I'm off duty, I'm probably asleep. This is my sleep time.
Yeah. Well, Derek the Gromham is screaming but he's screaming like he's a siren.
I roll over and say, I'll get up in a few. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I mean, I hit snooze, and by hit snooze I mean I hit the Gromham on the head.
The Gromham.
Was it
The Mage was yelling very loudly.
Yeah.
In crew quarters. So Vil is. Oh no, you'll be in the Spelljammer's quarters because you are a Spelljammer. I guess that is you. You and Xeethra have bunk beds, buddy bunk beds. Is that everyone? Xchonez, Vil, Sam, Morthylla, Kawakami. That's all the players who are here, isn't it? Yeah.
The Major.
The Major, yeah. The Major is probably the character you're using to actually fight if you need to fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't let the Major have the top bunk on any of these beds.
It's the only bunk now.
Even though he's not 2 tons anymore, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where's the Major?
Unless there's any spare siege equipment, probably just guarding one of the catapults. I guess he's got a crossbow. So.
At the moment, I guess you could, if Morthylla is on the gut ballista, you could go and be on the gut ballista too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just putting your deployment out so we know. Okay. Let's. Tom, it was your encounter. You roll initiative D10.
Right.
Great. Roll a 10 straight away. I rolled an 8, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Ooh, you win. Okay. So the iron tornado flies out towards the enemy to scout them. As in, he's not going to go these are 500 yard squares. I need to go back to the combat thing, don't I?
Yeah, he says his name as he deploys, just to make it clear.
Yeah.
He's a Pokemon.
Mick Foley was an Avatar: The Last Airbender as a wrestler. That's your fact for today. That's true story.
I haven't heard of him, but yeah.
Andrew got it. It's fine. That's what I need. I need validation from Andrew, not the rest of you suckers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So, you're at tactical speed, I guess now, which is standard, isn't it? Tactical speed for ships. Because you dropped that. Are you moving towards? As in, I guess this is Xeethra's decision. Are you moving towards what you've seen, or are you holding off until your scouting report gets back?
We'll drift just very slowly towards it. Yeah. But just enough that the genie can get back a little bit more quickly and so on. But
yeah.
I guess though maybe we might be a third of the way there by the time we get back to his maps. Or
okay. So what is your? You've got a minor helm, haven't you? Just checking how much your speed is, because that is how many spaces you can move.
Yeah. I don't have minor helm on my inventory, so it's probably somewhere else.
Power source is 33. Using, and what is your level, Xeethra? Your second level? So your star is 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'll basically move 1, won't you? Is the point. And
yeah, although if it's based on his magic user level, it would just be 1 actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 1 either way. If you look at the chart, it's 1 either way. Because it's halved or quartered or whatever. Does spell jamming improve that? Does the spell jamming NWP improve that?
Let me see. Intelligence check -2 modifier. Yes, any spellcaster can operate at Helm. Proficiency provides additional benefits. So presumably I have to roll that, and then it provides benefits if I'm successful. Maybe. So I boost the SR of my ship by 1 with a successful check.
Oh, yeah. So if you check, you can double your speed basically.
Okay, and I can boost the maneuverability of the ship with proficiency check.
Yeah,
that's
great.
not a worry yet.
Which is to do with how quickly you can turn. Great. So are you checking this turn, or are you just going to drift for now?
Wouldn't it be better to just start turning so we're not going straight towards them, but on like instead of going on this path?
Oh yeah.
This path.
Yeah.
So if we do want to turn and start running, we're already.
That's right. Actually, I need to.
Yeah. You want to be moving as though you're going.
You head galactic east essentially at this point. You want to head galactic east. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll do that. Yeah.
That's fine. Obviously, you're currently. I guess you don't want to face too far away from them due to your weapons, because your weapons face fore and aft.
Yeah.
You can be at a slight angle turning that way.
Yeah. And also on this note, next time we're rolling initiative, if it's for our ship, your ship, I should probably roll it, or at least apply the -1 to the die roll, because that also is one of the benefits.
Oh, so you're at initiative 3. Yeah, that's fine. Great. So you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3,500, which I assume is beyond the range of any of your armaments. 3.5. Let's check.
Yeah.
Is there a table? I thought there's a table. Maybe it's later.
Yeah.
No.
That's a question.
So,
things like velocity in fantasy space, and does sound travel through fantasy space?
Yeah. Yes, a little bit. Yeah. But it dies out because there's not air. So yeah, doesn't go far. Your light ballista your light ballista are 6 hexes, so they're just out of range by 1. Your catapult is a medium catapult, I think. So that's 4 hexes. That's facing back. That's facing currently facing this way. So your range is that far. Yeah.
Right.
For your front weapons. So yeah, the Iron Tornado will come out, and then he'll be turning round at the end of this turn, I guess, to come back to you. You see him turn round. I guess let's go, Alex. Initiative. You're at initiative -1 due to Xeethra being in command.
Yeah. Is the SR of a ship the speed, or is that a different thing?
It does all these things. It is the speed in this case. It's the spell jamming rating.
Oh, okay, so, yeah. So I can boost the maneuverability.
You get an unnatural 0 initiative. I get a natural 10 initiative.
Cool.
Are you attempting to speed up on this one or not?
And still waiting for the tornado. Right?
What is it? Yeah. Where is the Iron Tornado at this point relative to?
He's like 3 hexes forward. He'll turn around and come back.
Is he 3 hexes coming back from the creature? Sorry.
Yeah. He's like here.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll just
back,
drift 1 or 2 hexes forward, I guess.
So, yeah, before turn. In that case, yeah. At this point, you can fire your ballistae. They'll be at -4, but you still can do that. So probably still. He is coming back, and I guess when he arrives back, if you're waiting for that, he will report that they are. There's a pod or swarm of medium-sized, several small blobs that you saw from a distance. They are scavers. They are shark-like creatures.
Okay. Is there any advantage fighting some space sharks? I thank him profusely.
So some and the Major, I guess, have the choice to fire because of how you're facing.
Do we want to fire?
Yeah,
Like-
open fire, all weapons.
All right. Yeah.
We're being attacked by sharks. Like,
Derek the Gromham is screaming this in Ville's face. Fire all weapons!
Are they actually attacking us, or are they just there?
Heading towards you. And he says there was some debris. There's some debris, and they have left the debris. Looked like it had some fairly heavy bits of debris in there, but like all torn up and smashed. And they're heading towards you.
Okie dokie. I will fire Le Ballistae.
I guess, Beej, do you want to fire for Thumb? He is Sacco. Yeah.
What?
Sorry, go for it.
What? Sorry, what did you say the adjustment was for our range?
Its long range is -4. The natural Sacco of a light ballista is 16, so your Sacco 20.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, that should be AC 3 then. I guess.
See, Ooh,
I missed.
you missed. Yeah, I was gonna say, what a shot. Yeah, you will hit one.
How much damage did I
You fire a very large arrow in a straight line at a large blob of these creatures, and it kind of finds its mark. So damage is there is a chart because it gives damage on a different, and you didn't get a critical hit on a. There's no chance for critical hit with a light ballista. In fact, where is the list of weapons? Is it before? Is it? This book, man. This book. Item saving. Where does it even say? Combat damage. Will it be under damage? I assume.
Are you looking at the DM's guide or Spelljammer?
I'm looking in Spelljammer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Personal damage is 2d6. I will.
You will?
Yep, that's right. Personal damage, 2d6. I will be checking some stuff afterwards, but yeah, 2d6 for now.
Okay.
On one of these scavers.
6 damage.
I like. A grey scaver has 3 hit dice, so he statistically will survive this.
Oof.
Be a glancing blow. Yeah. So yeah, it pings into one and gouges its side, but they continue on, and you just see a little bit of kind of liquid leaving it from that distance. You know, you're still some distance away, but you can just see as like at different points of differentiating, you can almost see the blur of like what must be the blood pouring behind it.
Yeah. I would like to also ask, if possible, the Iron Tornado, what kind of numbers it looks like we're dealing with. Like, are we talking about around 100, much upwards, or much less than that?
No, there's like a dozen.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah. Okay, I was imagining like how you imagine like a swarm of fish.
Yeah. No, these are the sharks. Thankfully, it's not 100. There's 1,000 sharks. This is awful. You fought like a dozen piranha men on Sunday, didn't you? So this is just the same principle.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably going to be less awful.
Oh yeah, I was going to say it depends how close they get, doesn't it? So yeah, that's your firing. New round. What are you doing? Yeah.
Do we need to take a round to reload, or do we just fire again?
Okay.
I'll check. Yeah. So this thing to check in concordance of arcane spaces where you have this stuff. Rate of fire is 1 every 2 for the light ballista. The catapult is 1 every 2 as well. So at the moment, your ballista are out and have to spend round loading.
Okay. Right. So guys, we need to put it to vote. Are we gonna turn round and I can increase maneuverability a bit and, pardon me, sail directly away, or do we want to stay here or circle around it while firing, or do we want to get closer?
I mean, can we not just like put it in reverse? Is that an option?
I don't know if you can reverse it, but I'm guessing that practically you would end up like turning it round and then just
you
flying.
use your MC to turn round, and that determines how many turns it takes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Vil, the scroll that you have on, unless you've got any of your own, the scroll has Melf's acid arrow once Vil is awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically all I can do, which is short range.
Yeah.
So like, I basically can't do much.
Yeah, unless they are up by the ship. Yeah.
I think we should let them keep coming for a few more rounds, like take another volley or two, and then start moving. And as we're moving, like hopefully turn so that we can fire the catapult as them.
I mean, if you want to, you could try to turn this round to open up the catapult, I guess.
Yeah. Is this battle grid specifically the area at which we are contained to the space with Swarm?
No, there is.
Like we have to go further to get out back into.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, as in you'd need to be 11 away to. Yeah.
Okay. And it's the central point from which we've. Is that 11 away from where we are now? Or
no, as 11 away from them.
Okay, yeah.
I guess.
So, in that case, shall we? Yeah, I just slowly go eastwards or northeastwards then.
Yeah.
And we
cool.
Get some more
What
shots.
is Alex? Do you want to check? Do you have your maneuverability class, because that's going to be relevant for how quickly you can turn. If someone wants to check the maneuverability class for Swan ship, because then that can be improved by 1.
Is that in CGR1?
It's in Lost Ships, SJR 1.
I don't have that one downloaded, so I will have to find it.
I will see if it's on the Google Drive.
It will be.
I will check the maneuverability class.
Oh, that's plain.
What direction is it going in at the moment? Is it going towards the thing at the moment, right?
You're currently heading head on.
Yeah. Well, I think I'd probably only turn it 1 anyway, right? So in that case, probably we wouldn't need to worry about that. And instead of trying to improve I would instead try to.
Your maneuver class is C. Yeah.
Yeah, because I could only boost one or the other, so I'd want to boost the SR instead, right?
So you go faster. You turn right. Yeah, you turn 1 north, 1 degree up, and then and then hope that it gets in there. Yeah, that works. That works. Okay, so it is whose initiative shall I call for next? Tom. Oh, not Tom. You already did. Jamie, D10.
Sure.
D10 -1. I roll 7.
And 6.
So you just win. So you're going to go 2 this way. They're going to go to there. So that is going to be. Yeah. That's going to be out of arc for the catapult.
Yeah, I need to make the check to see if I can increase the SR. I think.
Do that. Yeah, make the check. You are currently there, facing northeast.
Cool. So I need
technically,
to. Yes.
Yep.
Success.
Yep, that's right. I thought you'd roll 1d10 -2. I was like, that's cheating. But no, it's 1d20. Yep. So you're out of arc for the catapult, but you'll be in arc next turn, I guess. Especially if you turn again, I guess you can turn away to the north, can't you?
Yeah, we could always go in a bit of like a straight line if people want to kind of like.
The ballista will be loaded now. And on the new turn, let's say Andrew, roll a d10.
Do we want a marker for where we started so we know where we need to go to get out, or is that something we're all right?
No, it's just distance. Don't worry about it. We can reset the grid. Yeah, so they are going to be able to get up. They will dash up to adjacency. They are not in combat. Sam Hambat, you can fire when ready. Should I tell you your Thaco? I guess your Thaco, I think, is 17 with this, Tom. Yep. Critical hit on a 19 or 20.
Oh no.
And also, are you firing solid shot or stone shot, like kind of canister or solid?
Can I currently see any of the crew that I might hit? By a solid.
No, you can see the shark things coming towards you. None of the crew are there. You're facing in the back.
I think we'd fire a solid shot then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could really do with some like grape shot or something, couldn't we? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think grapes would do that much damage to sharks.
Correct. Yeah. I think that might be more of a golf clap joke, to be honest. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Can we get a wrestling theme on the music bottle, whether that's play when the Iron Tornado deploys?
Yeah.
What would be appropriate?
We get demonetized, wouldn't we, if we did the John Cena theme? But it would be funny.
Well, we could just do like an a cappella cover of "My Time Is Now," and we'd have the copyright to that.
That's true.
So that
but I'd be too good at singing. It.
88 is that, Sam? Did we say? Or AC? AC8, yep. So, no, they...
Accounting for the bless.
Oh, that's going to bless... No, are you with Sam? That's
no,
in the back. You're blessing Sam, aren't you?
Yes, that's right, sorry.
Yeah. No, so in that case, unless someone else was blessing... and Morthylla is blessing the Major, I guess, if she wants to. Sam is unblessed.
Oh. Yeah, that's possible to do.
Yep. Yeah, you will have already done that, I guess, at the start. Yeah, I was just kind of assuming that that was one reason you were there to help, was to.
To be fair, I didn't get any holy water, so I'm not sure I can.
Yeah.
I did have like. So
yeah. Okay. What we'll have to work out. You can. What we need is a depiction of a ship, like probably an overhead depiction of a ship, and then rotate by degrees, because you can manually rotate, obviously. Because you are. I'll use the head of the thing, so you're currently facing there. And
you can always get an arrow symbol or something to rotate around.
Yeah, but use the head of the party member to rotate to symbolize it. Okay.
Yeah.
New turn, new round. Declare. After that miss. Yeah. What are you doing, Xeethra?
Alex, yeah.
So if the ship is stationary, but we could. Are we able to tell the relative speed of, the school of sharks to us? Is it a school of sharks, or is it a different collective noun?
They're called scavers.
Or scavers.
They're a bit like sharks. They're long fish-like creatures. A single huge human-like eye at the front of their head and a big mouth.
Apparently, it's a shiver.
Yeah, that sounds like school to me. So I've seen plenty of students like that.
Yeah,
a shiver of sharks just doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Were they clearly traveling a lot faster than our kind of main speed?
They've been dashing across. They're slowing down now as they come up to the air pocket.
I suppose what would make most sense, since we need to be getting as far away from where they are presently to get out, is to keep the current trajectory, and then for me to just try and increase my SR, I think.
Yep. Okay, so initiative, is it Beej now? D10 -1. I roll an 8. They're adjacent, as I say. Beej has rolled. What do you roll, Beej? 3. Okay. Jamie, you're going to try to improve your SR?
Yes.
Sam, you can obviously, if another crew member comes in to replace you for loading, you can fire your own weapon if you want to.
There's a success check.
I guess I'll do that, because the crew member is not going to be as useful with a bow.
You're going to be better because you're a fighter, aren't you? Yeah. You're leveled.
I'll.
Yeah, and you're 1 every 2, so yeah. Okay, so 9, is that a success, Jamie?
Yep, that's success. That's so just boost the SR by 1.
Yeah, and I assume probably you fire your You're going to be out of range at the second shot, I guess, Sam. But you can fire once, can't you? Before you're at super long range. So yeah.
Oh yeah, actually,
Fire
if we can turn one hex for free, then just going directly north is fine.
Well, I think you already were going directly north.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Where do you want to go? North?
Yeah, if we were already going that way, then just directly north, as far as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Tom, roll your bow.
Auto.
Can we see them for the ballista or not currently?
Nope, you were at the front. The head of the character is. Let's pick. Let's do different. For isn't this what happened last time, Tom?
I rolled a 20 in the first encounter check, then a 1, which is what caused all this gubbin, and then I've rolled like a 9 and a 4.
But I feel like the last time you were in a combat, you did the same. Like you rolled 7 or 8 the whole encounter.
Like the whole time, yeah. Just my thing.
Yeah. Okay, yep, you come up. You increase. They will pursue, not attack. I guess, Sam, you can attack again once they arrive, because you're Roth too, aren't you? You're not an archer, are you? As in, you don't have any special. You don't have, because you're a ranger. So you can just fire twice with a bow. Roth too.
So, will I shoot again now? Or?
Yep. Once they catch up, despite being good, Beach has an archer who he hates, despite the fact that archers are good. You're improving.
God,
that is going to be like, presumably that's going to be like Sacco 11.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Great.
Actually,
okay.
What distance are they at when they're 1 square away?
They are essentially they are adjacent to the ship at that point. We're counting them as at point blank.
Because I do have a sling staff and also the spell magic stone. So.
You're at the other end of the ship, aren't you?
Oh, are they behind still?
Right. So
I thought we were.
What were you? You were just going heading straight north, weren't you, Jamie? You didn't turn in the end, I don't think.
Didn't turn. If we're next to it, might as well just keep the current trajectory and maximize speed.
Okay. So yes, the catapult is reloaded. And you're in a stern chase, so if any characters want to spend their turn, I guess, running down the stairs to get to the back, they can. To the main deck. I guess it'll take 2 rounds, I imagine, for anyone doing that to get to the main deck, and then up to the poop deck. Derek the Gnome doesn't understand this.
I think that probably makes sense, given that I don't think we're turning around to start shooting them with the ballista anytime soon.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. In that case, Tom, I think we're back to you, aren't we? Initiative, Tom. -1 because of who's piloting for you. Vil, are you doing anything? Now they're point blank.
Oh, 0.
Nice. That is the second 0 in a row. Good. You can roll low at least.
Yeah.
B, are you doing anything?
Well, you say they. How many are there?
There are 13.
Oh, jeez. I think most, I just get like 1 hit, right? It's like a 1-shot thing.
Yeah.
Let's assume that I'm just going to wait until they get really close and threaten us.
Do you know what Jackson will do is, if you think your wings are open and Jackson can be on the star sail, he'll probably fire his ballista, the light ballista, to help you from this position. Because that's only 1 crew member as well, is it? Light ballista? Yeah, so he'll go there from now on. Okay, in that case, I will roll for him, I guess. I'll roll for Jackson firing the ballista. He misses. Sam, are you firing the catapult at point blank? Tom, what do you want to do? Are you going to fire the catapult or are you going to fire your bow?
I'll keep firing. Fire the catapult.
Yep. I guess a random crew member can't they?
Oh, 16. That's a bit better.
16 will hit with your first bow. AC. The catapult misses again because it rolls the same you did. So yeah, you're going to roll your damage, Tom?
1d8.
Everyone else is running down. Vil, if you are moving to the back as well, you're obviously running at the moment.
3.
And we'll get back up there next turn. 3
Sure,
3
I'll go
damage.
next. Got
I will. 12. So number 11 takes 3 damage. Number 1 has taken 6. Number 11 has taken 3.
okay.
Okay.
I take my second shot.
And you've got yep. What they do, they will spend their turn on their initiative. They will enter your air bubble, and you hit them again. Yeah, I assume the same target.
Yeah,
we'll
same
assume
target.
now.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that one
1
enters.
damage.
Firing sheaf arrows and doing no damage. Yeah, you need like arrows of scaver slaying, don't you? Very specifically, magical arrows of scaver slaying. I've rolled dice, but it is not. It says rolling the dice, and it's just rolled it. This guy, he's a chonker. This guy. Okay, on the next round, everyone else will get up as well, like all of the other PCs who are active. Okay, and Alex, roll a d10. -1. The scabbers, by the way, they yeah, and a third. Jamie, did you succeed on your SR that turn? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will. Okay. So they just catch up basically. They are just staying on the. Yeah, they're trying to get. They're just coming up to you on their turn. They're coming up into the air bubble, and you guys win. So the catapult can't fire this turn. The Jackson's ballista can't fire. Everyone who is getting up can fire once. Their off is 1 max, or they can cast a spell if they've decided one. If they've got one prepped. As you come up onto the poop deck. So other PCs who are now present: Morthylla, Kawakami, Vil, the Major.
Heavy crossbow for me.
Yep, go for it. Which is 1 every 2, isn't it? So you won't be able to fire next turn. Yep. You miss.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it might actually be better for me to cast Magic Stone and then make an attack next.
And then use it next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cast Magic Stone on. Do you have the stones? I guess.
Yeah, I guess I would.
Yeah, great. No, that's fine. Jamie, do you want to roll your SR to see if you can keep at max distance?
That's a fail.
So they are now in the same space as you and are sitting inside your air bubble. They, on their turn, we're going to have 1 attack by Sam first, though, aren't we? Plus anything from Vil and anything from Morthylla. So they are moving up.
Yeah.
Vil, Morthylla, and Sam.
Yeah. Move without the extra +1 then.
Yeah. So you move 1 and they move 2. So yeah,
Okay.
anything from Vil, anything from Morthylla. I will keep you separated. You are in the same space though. Yeah, anything from Vil, anything from Morthylla, anything from Sam.
So I presume Morthylla being at the front is at the wrong side to try and fire.
I said it'd take you 2 rounds to get through. If Morthylla was coming with the Major, she will be at the back now.
Okay, right, yeah.
She can stay at the front if you want though. Where do you want her?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll say she was going towards the back then.
That's my mistake. I didn't confirm. I assumed because other players said yes, they'd do that. That you would do that.
Yeah, no, that's the right thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Morthylla can do a missile attack or a spell upon arrival.
Yeah, Morthylla will be useless.
She's here to heal if anyone gets hurt. Yeah. Okay. Sam, do you want to fire your first shot?
I want my fishing net.
Tom. I'm saying your character's name.
Sorry, just to clarify, can I have sorry to interrupt, but the iron tornado basically be on deck with us to protect when the sharks actually get no,
that's fine. He can come up here. So we need Sam Hambat to fire once, and then anything from Vil.
Yeah, I'll shoot the acid arrow. Let's see if this works.
Preferred target? That's going to hit Sam.
Most threatening one.
4.
So that is another 4 damage. So I was going to say, well, the one that thingies that Sam's firing at is very big, so I guess you can fire at that one if you like. And what do you? It's a 2nd level spell.
Yeah, I looked it up. So it's I shoot as if I'm a fighter shooting a bow of the same level, which I think my attack would be 18 at that point.
Attack 18, yeah, that will be plus any of your own decks. If you have decks, it will count.
I'm an absolute fool. We're using Cloud Kill next round.
Yeah. So yeah, you rolling your D20 to hit, Vil?
I'm just checking if I get a dex bonus, which I do not.
Yeah, because it'd be if you did, because obviously wizards may do because of the because of armor.
Nope.
That would count.
I rolled a 12.
A 12. That is going to be Thaco 6.
No. That's.
Oh, you
that's
rolled you hit AC 12. That
I rolled a 6.
Misses. Okay. So yeah. Sam, you can fire again.
Nice.
Yeah, they are.
13 again.
Okay. Ooh. So I mean, you're obviously not getting any of these arrows back. By the way, to be clear, this is not a recovery situation.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
fine.
you have done 10. You've done what? How much damage have you done? You've done 3, 4.
11.
You've done 4, 10, 14 damage. This one is well bloodied, isn't it? This big one is well bloodied. Yep. Great. Okay. New turn. Jamie, roll initiative. I roll an 8.
So that's not relevant, the -1, is it? Because we're, at least for the combat, it would just be 8, so...
Yep.
Oh, but for the movement, it would be 7,
For movement? Yeah. Yep. So yeah, great. In that case, you will move before them. Do you want to make your SR check to see if you can go double speed?
Yep.
And who is doing cloud kill? What was happening there?
The Iron Tornado will do Cloud Kill. So technically, the gas is a little bit heavier than most normal air, which is why it would usually seep through the ground for a certain period of time. So
it will just fall naturally here. Yeah.
Yeah. So presumably, we want to kind of direct it towards the swarm for its initial duration, and then we want to be moving away during this, so that after the initial momentum, if that momentum is lost and the gravity pulls it towards us, if that's a possibility, we're getting away.
You're Gonski. Okay, so roll your SR for double speed.
Cool. So 2.
Yep, you get it. They can keep up, obviously. That's fine, and they will start to drop below the ship. They don't attack you. They drop. They stay near the ship, but they're dropping to the bottom side.
Okay.
That's bad.
But yeah, I guess you can drop the cloud kill above them.
Between the ship and them, I guess.
The range is 10, so essentially he drops it 10 away, and then it's going to move 10 after that. Is the way it works, and then will drop down.
Okay. Yeah.
For its duration being around per level, depending on what level he's casting it at.
Yeah. So with this, when it's moving away from the caster, is that away in all directions or away?
I would say you can determine it as, I guess, it's going to move along the gravity plane until it and it'll then take that inertia once it reaches space. So essentially, if you want him, do you want him to pursue them to cast it? So essentially, he directs it in the right direction, is what I'm saying.
Okay, that makes sense. I think. It does have an array 40 by 20 by 20. So he'll basically do that, and it's
he's quick, which does help. So he can kind of speed up underneath as they are kind of just hanging around alongside the bottom side, and he will release it. And how big is it? It's 40 wide, 20 high. So 40, that's going to be, and it's 20 deep. So 40 by 20 is the relevant thing. So that's going to hit 8 of them, I guess.
Yep.
And they are
if it's 4
just going to die. They're 3 HD, so they're just going to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I should have looked at that spell a little bit earlier, but you know.
Yeah. There are 5 of them left, one of whom is badly injured by Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, new round. Who hasn't rolled initiative for a while? Beej, have you not rolled initiative for a while? Do you want to roll it?
Oh, sorry. If
It was recent back and roll, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, they weren't in the aura, so that's why they don't die. Doesn't matter. Nice.
Yep, because they weren't stacked. I'm assuming they're flat for the purpose of the. I roll a 1.
We still got our bonus.
Yep, you still get your bonus
I roll a
for the
5.
purpose of movement. 5. Okay.
Oh, we
Let's roll
finally lose
initiative. What is their initiative? Unsteady 5. They go. They don't want to. Loads of them just been killed. They just wanted to share your air, man. They're just hanging out. They spend their turn fleeing away.
Well, they've been given a less social distancing.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what Jamie did during the pandemic. Was he would actually murder people?
I cast coronavirus.
Are we not supposed to?
Yeah. If you didn't do it for social distancing reasons, Andrew, you just took advantage of the chaos. You're like a man during the fall of a city at the end of civilization.
I mean,
Like
they were
someone taking
already
advantage of the Ottomans breaking through the Kerka Porta to rob the shops.
there were already so many old people dying. It's not like anyone would miss them.
It's not like Alex killing all those people mattered. No one could blame him.
Yeah. Anyone would do the same.
Great. Let's go back to
Anywho.
yourself.
Reminder, we're still live on stream, guys.
Yeah. Alex is confessing to crimes that people can investigate him for in their own time.
There's no evidence.
Yeah. Cloud Kill was just one of those spells that I hadn't actually read the description of, like, ever. I didn't really know what it was by the title very much.
It's basically.
I mean, immediately starts falling away from the gravity plane. I guess I'm trying. I suppose the troubling thing would be if it falls towards the gravity plane. But you're presuming he kind of pops it so that you're then moving at an angle away from it, from what what you described. You're not going to pop it so that literally you stay inside the cloud and it follows you. Otherwise, it goes through the ship.
Like
I
a
think
very
it goes
dangerous
to, like,
spell.
initial direction.
I was going to say, Jamie did explicitly say so you were moving so that it would no longer be where you were.
Yeah,
which I think is the funny interpretation is to say, well, it doesn't matter because inertia means it would just follow you. Probably the fair interpretation. The fair interpretation is to say, okay, you have understood what the point is here, so you are not going to put yourself in the way. Okay, so it was Tom. Day 3, Tom heard Grey scavenge you. Day 4, Alex.
I'm rolling another encounter check.
Yeah, as I said, I need to check some of the long range, short range combat differences just to double check on weapons. But yeah, that was a nice little dry run of. And because we weren't screwing around with MC, you weren't trying to do any funny turns. We didn't actually have to worry about degrees, which was helpful. We actually, Joe, what we have used. It's relevant in my Greyhawk game, which we're playing next week at the temple. They're back at the Temple of Elemental Evil, and there are giant ravens, and there's one of them is a Skyrider Paladin with the Griffin. So I'm going to have to revise those rules anyway. But we have used it in the Dagford game. We have used flying maneuverability stuff once because of the giant eagle, which was in a very small room, if you recall that.
Yeah, I remember that.
We
basically the best maneuverability class, didn't we? Because of the
they had like D. They had like D. They had D. Yeah, you had fly on you, and they had. So I think it basically got to attack twice, and then you had killed them.
Yeah, and there's always that like Anthony Huso sort of adaptation of the flying rules if you want to find any advice on that bit. I like the aerial combat stuff, even if doing it by the book is going to be.
I don't like too much.
Time.
There's a pragmatism of just being like this many things matter, turning matters, speed matters, probably everything else you can just live with. Andrew, roll a d20 encounter. 1 in 20 on these.
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everybody, says the doc with an upstairs polytechnic. Thing. That's quite unlikely. Do you want to roll a d100 and then be prepared to roll 1 or 2 more d100s, basically? D100, please, Andrew.
78.
78. Wild space. Yep, and roll another D100.
30.
50. 30.
30.
30.
30.
Where is the table? Is it here? It's gonna be down here, isn't it? Okay. Actually, that's the thing about rarity. Let's check. Need to check. On the Space Beasts. No, we're not on that. Space Debris, we're not on that. So you got 30 on. So that is uncommon ship. Could roll another D100 for the kind of ship you're going to encounter, which we will deal with next session.
Ship.
26.
26. It is not, and it could have been a mind spider. That would have been bad. It is not that. It is a Dromond. So we'll deal with that next time. We'll find out what race is piloting the Dromond and whether they're aggressive or not on the next session.
Like if you take any normal monster and you add some kind of adjective or noun before it that denotes that it's psionic in some way, it just sounds much more horrifying and dangerous.
Beetle.
Yeah, psionic murder mind dragon.
The soul woodlouse. The most dangerous of enemies. I will end the stream there. Thanks people for tuning in, and